Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs on video games, and today I am playing Ori and the Blind Forest. Last time on Ori and the Blind Forest, I completed the first quest, the Jinzo Tree, and the Water of Nibble, on hard with no abilities. This time, I will continue through the Misty Woods and the Forlorn Ruins. Things are going to get harder as I move forward. For the Jinzo Tree, the game didn't really expect me to have many abilities. That's not true for the rest of the game, and it becomes less and less true. Oh, and I just noticed I could step on the ground. Hehe, I didn't have to do the crazy jump that I did last time. Do I need to go over here at all? I believe the answer might be no, but I can break this, so I will. Basically, right now I'm looking for keystones. I need the keystones so that I can get to the place where the stomp skill is located. I don't remember where any of the keystones are. I just know that at this point in the game I am searching for keystones. Go through. Last time I believe that I figured out the differences that hard difficulty has. So hard difficulty has two effects. Number one, the enemies deal more damage. And number two, you don't get life shards from enemies or several other things in the world. It's that second effect that I believe is the real killer, is the real challenge for hard mode. Comes from the second effect. Granted, they work in tandem, of course. Another skill, this is the Stomp skill, from the most powerful of the spirits that became ancestral trees. Stomp our way out of here. That was not the way out. Bash is going to help me quite a lot, I believe, in just avoiding enemies more often. This enemy I cannot avoid. I have to defeat this enemy. It's required that you learn that Stomp defeats these enemies. And let's get the map. Wonderful. What I want to do now is to go all the way over to the Misty Woods, which means if I can find a spirit well, which are not on my map, but I think there's one directly in the center. If I can find one of those spirit wells, I can teleport over there. Ouch. I think this is why I needed to drain the water, so that I could stomp that. And let's go to the Misty Woods. Now, the closest I can get there is Hollow Grove, I believe. In my first playthrough, I ignored Sen telling me to go to the Misty Woods, and I ended up learning how to dash and throw light bursts before I went to the Misty Woods and the Forlorn Ruins. In this run, I'm not going to do that. I honestly believe that both dash and the light burst skills are unnecessary to completing the game. I would like to test that theory. Granted, that is adding even more challenge to my challenge run, but I'm interested to know if those are really required or if I can avoid them and still beat the game. Because I don't believe that Sen ever tells you to go over there and get those skills. And it certainly felt like the first time I was going through the Forlorn Ruins that the game did not expect you to have those skills. I need life shards, which is a problem because where do you get life shards? In hard mode, they are not very common. And I just died. Well, glad I saved right here. Just bash through this. We can go under to avoid that guy. Oh, there's a fish. Bash off the fish. And I believe I'm going the correct path. By the way, I might be avoiding some collectibles that I would prefer not to avoid. Yes, I remembered the spirit well correctly. Of all of the abilities, there are several that are making this run more challenging, just not having them. There is an efficiency ability that reduces the blue dot cost of everything. Well, I think there are different abilities for the different things that you use blue dots for. Hello, bird. You are my ticket upward. But there's an efficiency skill that reduces the blue dot cost of all of the things that you use blue dots for. And that particular set of abilities is very important here because not having them effectively doubles the cost of blue dots, the blue dot cost of my blue spells. Oh no, I died. I think I was at full health. I think that's one of the areas that getting hit once kills you from full health. There are abilities in this game that give me green dots whenever I spend blue dots to save. This is a good place to save. Let's save. Soul Link is still charging. It charges so slow. Not having those abilities compounds with the effects of hard, not having as many green shards that we find, and enemies dealing more damage. The Ultra Defense ability reduces the amount of damage that Ori takes from enemies. That is another ability that not having it compounds with the effects from hard mode, from hard difficulty. Let's loosen the rock. The Shrouded Lantern. So I do not know how you go through Misty Woods efficiently, but I'm sure that I can get through Misty Woods pretty quickly. I wonder if I can... Oh yeah, I can just bash to get through that. That's a nice thing to know. Just bashing off of every enemy makes this place a lot easier. We got our first keystone, and this is also where the woods start moving around. Soul Link is still charging. Save again. Aw, I'm glad I saved right there. Apparently I need to start loading a little earlier. Second keystone. Not having the combat abilities, there are a bunch of combat abilities, but not having them basically makes Ori weaker. It makes it so that it takes more time and effort to defeat enemies, which is a difference that could be significant. Now, what I will mainly do from that, because the main thing that I do not have is upgrades to my normal attack, I'm going to be using more of my alternate ways of defeating enemies. So Stomp. Stomp is going to be heavily used in this run. And part of the reason for that is the base level Stomp is very good. Stomp deals a lot of damage on its very first level, I guess. I only have one green dot, and I saved with only one green dot. That may have been a mistake. I think I'll have to save a lot. Let's save again. This particular part might be challenging. Well, maybe I can just get past them. That's not useful. Dead. So let's see if I can just speed my way through. Because any one of these enemies can kill me in one hit. So we'll speed our way through in order to not get hit. And save again. Wonderful. Another skill. We have the climb skill. The climb skill is only required for this section. May not even be required for this section. I think it's certainly not required for this section if you have the light burst skill, which I don't have. But if you don't have the light burst skill, I think that you can... Let me say it a different way. If you have the light burst skill, gosh, I'm down to 1 health. I'm not going to save because I could do that a lot better. And maybe I will do that a lot better my next attempt. Let's try not to die. There we go. Did not die. I'm going to save at the bottom of this. Okay, glad I saved at the bottom of that. You will get thrown into the spikes. Oh no, this guy's still here. Darn. This one we have to be smart about when we jump and when we land. Right, so if I jump, we're dead. So what I need to do is not land. There we go. Save again before we do this one. I think this one is one that you could easily die on just by not following the speed that the mushrooms use. Uh-oh. Barely going down here. Let's bash off of that one. Bash off of that one. Love to save again. Next opportunity. Oh, I went in there to have an opportunity to save, but I went in too quickly and hit the spike. Oh, that exploded. I guess if you bash off of that guy and you kill him, he explodes. So you only want to bash off of that enemy in the air. Okay, I want to go to the right here. There we go. And save, and then go out. And I'm still in the situation where I believe anything that hits me kills me. Not that that has stopped me yet. I'm going to utilize climb up here This climb does make this section more convenient. Even if I think you can do it with double jump, climb does make it more convenient. And I would like to save. Soul Link is still charging. Charge up, Soul Link. I would like to save. There we go. Oh, I'm near enemies? Not near many enemies. Well, there we go. The enemy that was stopping me from doing the Soul Link died from another enemy attack. And luckily I did Soul Link. So this is the place where I found the shortcut before. I would love to use that shortcut again. Yes. Wonderful. Very useful shortcut to know. Get some green dots. Green dots are very nice to have. And now we're fighting another one of these mini-bosses. One where there's two of them. Oh man, their shots do a lot of damage to them. So, throw their shots at them. That is the answer. That's good to know for a speed run, too. That you should throw their shots back at them. Got it. And let's save again, right out here. Here is a bothersome enemy. I like exploding sand to take care of him. But honestly, I'm going to use one of my blue dots to save there. Because I believe saving is more important than defeating this guy easily with blue dots. Great. There's yet another one, though. Got past that one, too. And we are done with the Misty Woods. I'm sure that I could avoid getting climb. Actually, maybe you can't avoid getting climb because maybe you need climb in order to... I think that you might need the climb ability in order to use charge jump on walls. And I believe that there is a place to get to the Sunstone where you need to have a charge jump off of a wall. And I believe that I cannot get across. Right? Yeah, I can't get across this time because I do not have Light Burst or Dash to help me get across. Which means I couldn't use the Spirit Well up there, which is quite annoying. I would have very much preferred to use that Spirit Well. Glad I saved here, though. You know what? Let's bash through. Like I said, I like bashing through to avoid enemies. Oh, that enemy shot almost hit me while I picked up the Mapstone fragment. This is a much needed blue dot. Made it farther than I've made it before. Let's save. Even though that uses one of the only blue dots that I have. And when I say one of the only, I meant the only blue dot that I have. Oh gosh, got hit by that. Get this blue dot. And let's go down. Another Mapstone fragment. This confused me so much the first time that I was playing, where I had multiple Mapstone fragments. It is the map. Well, not what I was expecting it to be, but it is something that I wanted. Let's save. Now, let's get to the Forlorn Ruins safely-ish. Oh gosh, The green guy is still circling around there. There we go. How do I get out of here? I can't save, by the way. I do not have any blue dots to save. We need an enemy. This jumper is the perfect enemy. We need him so that we can get up here. And then we need to defeat these two enemies, maybe. Sure would help to defeat them. Yep, sure would help to have defeated them. Let's go. If I defeat this guy, that'll make this room a lot safer. Got him. I even smashed him through the plank there. We need the hopper to die. Oh no. We need this guy to not kill me and to get up here. Next. I still do not have a blue dot, which means that I still cannot save this progress. Oh gosh. Anything could kill me. Let's use Sen. Darn. So I have been dying a whole lot in this particular episode, and I think that will continue. Not having abilities is a problem, and the game just gets harder as I keep going further along without getting abilities, because I'm basically getting further and further behind what the game expects me to have in terms of skills and abilities. Well, really, abilities. I'm getting the requisite skills. Here's where the Gumon used to live. Poor Sen doesn't know the truth yet. Alright, this is a tricky move right here. Let's run away. I need a very slight amount more spirit light. Yes! I filled up all of my blue dots and green dots, which means I can save. So originally I thought that I would not care about spirit light at all. And one of the things that I've discovered, I actually do care about spirit light, because anytime I fill up my spirit light bar and I get an ability point that I'm not going to spend, I also refill all of my blue dots and green dots. Because I don't have light burst, I can't cheese some of the keystones in this dungeon like I did the first playthrough. I don't know how many of those there are that I cheesed the first time that I won't be able to this time, but already the first two keystones in this dungeon I did not get the challenging way, which is the way that I'm going to do this time. So what's difficult right now is that I'm holding left on the controller to move right. I have to remember that when I stop and move around. There we go. One keystone. So this puzzle, I have to do a little bit more of it than I did the first time. Now, how far over is it? There we go. Trying to jump to something that's not on the screen is a little bit more difficult. Like, for example, I couldn't see that. Jump to this one. Wonderful. Jump back to that one. Wonderful. Jump to this one. Wonderful. And then let's... Oh my gosh. There we go. Let's put the map stone in, and let's save our progress. I have to go around on the left, I believe, for keystones. So let's go to the left. And now we're going to do the section in this dungeon that may have killed me the most times the first time. Maybe even more than the end of the dungeon, which really seems like it's the place where you die. Now this one, I can just avoid that enemy completely. And then this one, we're going to drop this. We're going to save. We're going to save. It's an unsafe zone. I think I discovered that the first time too, and I was upset to learn it. So, darn. Well, there's one death. I think I'm going to wait for it to be on this side, the same side as me this time. Yeah. There we go. Seems like the safest spot I could have possibly gone in. Okay. Get here. Save. Woo, I may be at 1 health, but I got through the part that I was worried about. Great. I cannot tell where the spikes are. Now this one, I discovered you can just drop down right here and you're fine. I'm in a situation again where I have not a whole lot of life and a full suite of blue dots, so I'm going to save frequently. And we're just going to not go to the right. I think to the right is a life cell, which would be good, but let's not go there. We can do this game with less life, right? It just means dying more. As I have proved this episode, dying more, no big thing. Now for what I found to be the most frustrating part of this dungeon, because I couldn't tell what I was doing right or wrong the first time I was going through this. I cannot dash this time, so I have to be a little bit faster about jumping. I need to go to the left here, and then just fall right down. And then I remember going to the right, and being careful because there are things that would probably kill me in one hit. You know, aside from the spikes that are all over here, there are other things that would kill me in one hit. Go to the left. Okay. Did I just do that on my first attempt? Oh my gosh, I think I just did that on my first attempt. That's crazy. Well, that does bode well for my immortal run, that I am able to do that on my first attempt. Now for the escape scene. I think the escape scene is exactly the same on hard as it is the other times. Not having dash might affect me, but I don't know of any other abilities that are really going to affect me here. Not remembering how to play it, though, will affect me. So right here, I need to remember that I need to break that log before I try to go over there. And then we go right. I need the green guy. Ho-ho, that was scary, Kuro. Kuro was going after me there. And then I need to drop down here and push this log. I remember this. I think the only thing about this chase scene that's different is that I do not have the dash ability, the dash skill. And next time we will do the third quest, Going to Sorrow Pass to collect the Sunstone, and then to Horu Fields to blow up the volcano, I guess. No new achievements this time, but I did get 31 more deaths. In the next episode, we should be finishing out this hard mode, no abilities, no light burst, no dash run. New videos every Saturday, and thanks for watching.